Where are you from?
Um, I'm from Springfield, Ohio. It's pretty much a no place, like a no man's land for families, I guess. A lot of families are there, and they just grow old and die there. But a lot of people move out of the place. Not a lot of people go in. But it's just a place with like a huge drug problem, and it's underdeveloped, and government don't really care about it. So you get a lot of people that are like just products of their environment, and they just become what the fuck they are, you know.
And what was your personal experience like in Springfield?
I was very young, so the only thing I really got to experience was just like the poverty aspect of it, you know what I'm saying? Just being without a bunch of shit, and then being around a bunch of people who didn't have either a lot more than I did or had more or whatever. And it's like, you know, it's just black and white people, poor black and white people at that. So it's like racism kind of wasn't really a thing. It was kind of just like, you know, no one's better than the other, you know. So if someone really didn't like you and they were a different color, it had nothing to do with that. You probably just a dickhead, you know.
What kind of activities were you involved in as a child?
I fought a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I fought, and then other than that, like the mischievous shit, it was like Yu-Gi-Oh and shit, like fucking Dragon Ball Z, like the regular kid shit. Like I was big on action figures, man. I made hella like movies, like in the fucking room, just like making like motherfucking G.I. Joe niggas on the fucking bed fighting with fucking Wolverine or something, like weird stuff. But you know, if it wasn't that, it was probably PlayStation, Game Boy, like regular kid shit. Like you know, I was kind of like I wasn't really in the fold of much things. I was just, you know, doing my thing, playing with my own imagination, I guess.
Would you say you had like a very active imagination?
Yeah, man. I was, I think growing up, the weirdest part of life was like having a dream, you know? And when you're young, you don't really get to explain what the fuck it is. It's dreams that you have, that you had before you even like were able to speak and communicate what normal things were, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't explain what the fuck was in the fridge at the time I went through like sleep paralysis for the first time. So I had no way to really convey to somebody what happened. So when you go through shit like that, like, you know, or you just keep watching TV, keep watching anything, it just, shit happens in life. And then you start thinking about it, but you don't know who to talk to or what to talk to. So I just talk to myself most of the time, and imaginations become what the fuck they are, because I don't have the answers for real. Yeah.
Do you come from a musical family?
Yeah, both my parents are like phenomenal singers, and that's not just me being biased. Like they're great singers. Like my mom was like super high pitched voice, you know, Mariah Carey type shit, and then my dad was on his like Keith Sweat type shit, like smooth R&B, that shit. And even before them, or before my father, my grandfather, Grandpa Luther, he's like he was in a whole bunch of shit. He was in like a band. He played bass, I believe, biker gang shit. But like everyone in my family, like even the people I didn't name, they all have like some register of like talent in as far as music. Cause I think we all just love music, and like anyone who loves music, you study the game and try to work on it. But I think my parents and all the people that tried to do it, they just, you know, they blame it on us. Like it's like, oh, I had kids and that all got fucked up. Like it's not my fault. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they still could have kept going, but for some reason they didn't. Yeah.
Did your parents inspire you to do music?
Hell no. They are the reason I love music. Like they put it in front of me, and I went to them when I wanted to get like new CDs for like my stereo and shit. I had like this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle like radio and shit. And, like I started out with Kids Bop, and I was not jacking that. Like it was like 2 songs in, I was like, yeah, I need like another, like I need something else. And I think my father and mother agreed to give me like 2 or 3 CDs. I think my dad gave me the Method Man CD 421, the day after 420. And then Common, Finding Forever. and I didn't steal it, but I asked my brother if I could borrow the Black Eyed Peas album, Monkey Business, for like, you know, a day or two, and I just never gave it back, and fuck it, you know, like it's like we was just listening to it together. But those are like my first 3 albums I was listening to, and it kind of just went from there. Went from just stereos to CDs, and then around the time I was getting older, they started having MP3 players and shit. So you know, that and LimeWire, loaded.
Yeah. At what point did you start recording music?
I was like 16, and it's like 2017. So this is like the peak moment of like when X, Ski Mask, something got all in, like when SoundCloud was making this like bigger wave or whatever. And I was kind of at the tail end of the peak of that. And it was just me and my boy Meta. He had finally got like the studio set up for Christmas, and it was just like, bro, you gotta come over, we gotta do studio. And we got right to it, man. We had the shitty studio, like the struggle studio, like motherfucking before anything, like we just had the microphone and the laptop. So this nigga used like a fucking quarter pipe or something and taped it down with the microphone, and you know the cord ran through the pipe or whatever. And that's just how we made shit. I think it was like a cardboard box in front of us so we could like stop the reverb or whatever. And then we thought we upgraded one day. We got a bigger vacuum cleaner box and cut it out, and then started adding a little soundproof foam, and then we didn't have to use the quarter pipe. I think we had something else to hold the mic up higher, and then we could stand up and record. It was just a long process, but like what was cool about it was we didn't give like a fuck. Like we could have easily been like, our studio looks nothing like other people's studios, making all this lustrous shit, you know. But like we're literally in his mom's guest room right now. You know what I'm saying? We got to be quiet because it's like 11 p.m. They about to go to work tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we still pushing out that shit. And once people started like liking it at all, we were like, oh, this is possible. It's just possible because it's only gonna get better. So if the quality gets better and they're liking the bullshit now, it's like, how can you stop us?
So what was your experience like after you dropped your first song? Like, were your peers super into it? Like, did your life change?
First track, man, it's called Sold Out, right? It was a Dilla tribute. It's got like Simpson eating hella donuts and shit. And it's on my old account, Prophet is Dead. And when I first did it, I don't know what my problem was. I was like, I want to be as obscure as possible. Like, I don't want no one to know I rap. For some fucked up reason, I didn't want no one to know. Because I had like I was insecure about my own reputation. I was like the class clown. So like, to be taken serious, it was cringy for me. So like, I just kind of kept it on the wraps and just like sent it to my closest friends and had them share it. I thought I was just like, I didn't expect much at all, but ended up getting like 500 in like the first few days. And like 500 views, that's like, to me, that feels like 500 people, and I only speak to 14 people at the time. So like, that was a big thing. And then, you know, time goes on, you start seeing your song being played on people's lock screen and shit, but they don't know it's you. It was weird, and I'm like, I don't know who to be mad at but myself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell no one to tell nobody it was me or whatever. I put it under a name where no one would know it was me or really recognize my voice. But, you know, more tracks you put out, more people will find out about you. And then as for all the fucking Snapchat messages and all the other bullshit was sliding in. Hell, Kick. This is when Kick was out. They mad Kick messages, and Shaw was sending that link everywhere. Blink, blink, blink. And then, you know, rest is history, I guess.
Did you sign to a label after you started?
Never been signed.
Do you want to be signed?
Yes and no. It's like, I want to be signed, but as much as I would like to have like the cards in my hands, it's like knowing that I have to play with the hand I'm dealt, it's like, ugh. It makes like getting signed a little weird. Like imagine if like TDE, right, was coming up like, yo, Grundy, you're fucking fire. I want this song. I want you to do this, move out, bam. But 360, I'm gonna say fuck you, because 360s is stupid. You don't really care about my worth for real. You want my worth, you feel me? You want that shit to work for you, and that's dope and all, but to me it's like I haven't had that taste of like glory or clout maybe to that extent of like, you know, your average mainstream nigga. Of course not, never. You know what I'm saying? I've never done a song that has like 10,000 plays. That's cool. But I've once gone from like 20 plays to 2,000 plays, and it just didn't feel like anything special until like I hit it and I was like, oh shit, I did 2,000, like that's crazy. And then you do it, you're still a piece of shit at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like me trading my soul for the clout was always stupid. You know what I'm saying? The clout never amounts to really anything, you know? And it's like, if I'm gonna get clout, I'd rather clout out the way I want to be, you know? Because imagine if I be doing this music for like 10 years, but the only thing I blow up for is a fight on World Star. Yeah, I blew up, you know, I'm clouded, but like, what do they know me for? You know what I'm saying? So right. I'd rather cloud up and doing what I'm doing and all that shit. But if I get signed and it's a dope fucking deal and it's a dope fucking team, of course I'm gonna fucking take it. Hell yeah.
What's the most challenging part about being an independent artist?
Dealing with the fact that, I said this in the article too, like dealing with the fact that like, your first little line of friends aren't gonna fuck with you. And don't take it personal. That's the thing. Like, most niggas take it personal. It's nothing personal. Because I got my own homies who make music and I just don't be feeling it sometimes. Sometimes, all the time, I don't feel it. It's just, it is what it is. We still homies, though. I would slap anybody for you. Maybe punch. You know what I'm saying? If we really closer, you know, I'm willing to go to, like, you know, I'll risk my freedom over you. But, like, you know, the music... Sorry, buddy, we didn't grow up listening to the same things. And we didn't take our crafts as serious as the next, you know? And it is what it is. Now, I still think every friend should give their friend a chance. But, you know, for me, that was the thing. It bothered me because I was like, you know, everyone knows how passionate I am about this shit. Everyone's saying it's good, but, like, they won't really support you as if they're your fans, because they're really not. And in a fucked up way is, it's like, they know who you really are. You know, whether that's you being a piece of shit or being an actual great person, and then you depict yourself to be something else. And I don't think I was depicting myself to be anything else than what I always been. But in a weird way, it was, I think it was when my friends started seeing the attention or the, like, people's affinity for, like, what I was doing, like, as far as my fans. When I started grabbing fans, it's like, that's when all my friends was like, all right, you got it, let your fans carry you. But of course I didn't see it that way. I was like, y'all niggas don't support me, go fuck yourself.
And so did you cut ties with those people? Okay, so they're still your friends.
We drink, we do drugs together, we do a bunch of shit, man. We have fun.
Do they support your career now? But they support your career now?
Some more than most, you know. And it's really, it's like I said, you know, it's like I don't really need them to support my shit anymore. So that's fine, you know. I can rely on my fan base to carry on what the fuck I need. But, you know, I think what was funny was niggas wasn't really they weren't back on board until, like, really this year. Like this year and last year when I started doing, like, the battle rap shit, like when I stopped doing music on a digital thing, I started actually being a live performer, doing things, and then that's when they started, like, kind of like, okay, you're the real deal, and whatever.
Why did you become interested in battle rap as opposed to just recording in the studio?
I've always, man, that's like, that's hip hop, man. It's like you can't. It's like learning a martial art, not sparring. Why? You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna learn how to box, start boxing. You know what I'm saying? You can't just hit the heavy bag all day. You can't just shadow box all day. You gotta punch somebody in the face to get better at punching somebody in the face. But at the same time, it's like, I didn't rap just because I wanted to battle. It was some hunk of lard challenged me and was like, yo, I'm better than you or whatever. Or I bet you can't do this, bet you can't rap better. And I'm just like, okay. You know, when, where, how long, how you want to do this. And then it's like, if you're not willing to stand on your pen, or like, you know, if you're not a real swordsman, then what are you doing with the sword? So I look at it as I'm just embracing my role. You know what I'm saying? People are supposed to feel the need to battle me. You know what I'm saying? I take that as, I used to get offended. I'm like, take it personal, because like, you know, I got a reputation. Why are you trying to put yourself in a position where you can have a chance to like, fuck that shit up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then at the same time, it's like I'd rather them want to challenge me than that motherfucker, because you know, then you know, if you don't feel like a challenge to somebody else, what are you? You're not doing it right. You feel me? If you're not the final boss to somebody, you're not doing it right. And the way I see it is, if I'm the final boss to niggas and they can't even get past me, it's like the fucking comparisons at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let's say a nigga favorite rapper, or my favorite rapper is Kendrick, or a nigga favorite rapper be Mick Jenkins or Miles McCollum, like, you know what I'm saying? And they can't even beat me. So if you can't beat me, you definitely not beating them. You know what I'm saying? So I stopped taking it personal and just said, like, this is a dope, bro. And honestly, like, it really started with 8 Mile. You know, I'm guilty as fuck. I was like 4 or 5 years old watching that shit with my older brother, and like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on in between, but like all the rapping shit, like every battle I used to skip, like I used to skip, go straight to the scene. And
you know it by heart?
Huh?
You know Eminem's raps by heart?
I think with Lickety Split, the Lickety Split one and one with Papa Doc, but it's not word for word. I'm not like script for script. I will fail that trivia, but like there's I remember the punchlines, and it's just like I was studying that film, bro. That's how much I watched it. And like my mom was a huge Eminem fan. Like my mom really put me on the Eminem, like the whole family and everything. She liked the Slim Shady LP a lot. And how could you not like Eminem? You know what I'm saying? He's like he's a rapper's rapper. You know what I'm saying? He raps better than 98% of the planet. So, and then I think fucking this may sound like it doesn't, you know, it's not relevant, but like Yo Mama jokes, like when that shit was coming on, that made a lot of battle rappers, man. Yeah. Like, believe it or not. And then 106 in Park did Freestyle Friday. It was like written. It was supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's in the culture. It's a part of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Like, it looks like WWE now, but WWE is still like a part of the culture of combat. You know what I'm saying? It's just entertainment behind it.
Would you consider yourself a rap purist? Like, you feel like bars is the way to go versus like someone who is more so about like a sound and catchy?
I don't know, because I mean, I guess you can call me that, but at the same time, I'm not like an old head about it. Like, I don't like when niggas is all bars and nothing else. You know, we call them it was the baggy niggas, you know, the baggy rappers, like them Jada Kiss Fabulous niggas. The fat jerseys and the big, like, you know, the niggas that hate those skinny jeans, like them niggas. Like, I'm not against people putting out a vibe, you know. Does that put them on, like, you know, my Mount Rushmore? Hell no. Fuck your vibe. What are you saying? You know what I'm saying? What have you done, really, with what you said? You know, that shit matters. But, like, it's just as ineffective as, like, someone who is bar heavy but have a bad taste in beats, bad taste in cadences, bad taste in rhythm. But I'm talking about Pizzagate. I'm talking about Epstein's Island. I'm talking about the missing people. Who gives a fuck, bro? You sound terrible. I don't want to hear it again. You know what I'm saying? And that's why some people succeeded more than the next, you know? It's like, can you put out a dope message and make it feel good? A lot of people have one or the other and it never works. You gotta kind of have a good myriad of both, in my opinion. So I guess by definition you can call me a rap purist, but it's a spectrum.
Do you feel like there's room for like a large amount of conscious rappers to be successful in mainstream rap today?
It's possible.
You think so?
You just gotta play the game right. You can't, if you wanna be conscious, right? Because being conscious is knowing how to like fake it too. So like, it takes a conscious motherfucker to play stupid, you feel me? And I think we're watching that from Kendrick right now, because a lot of people mad at Kendrick right now. It's like, oh, he's putting out all this garbage, trying to appeal to these motherfuckers. Same with Cole, you know, Cole did with KOD and these last few projects, you know. And what people don't understand is, you know, real niggas know, like real artists know, like ask the nigga that wrote the Bible, like give a fuck about what the fucking future holds. Like whatever you put, if I wrote something from October 22nd, it happened there, it's done there, it's written, like it's set in stone, pussy. Like change it if you want, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing gonna change that. So Kendrick and Cole, they put out they fucking arts and it's done already. So everything after that is just financial gain or whatever gain they want to make out of it. But being the type of minds they are, they're not necessarily dumbing it down. You know what I mean? They're adapting to the culture that y'all created. So you can't get mad at how they're adapting. If you're mad at how they're adapting, get mad at who made the environment. Get mad at the media. They control the culture. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, interviews like these are important. Cause like if we, like bro, I be like, I got friends who are artists, man. I be with my nigga Jimmy, man. We just be chilling, smoking, eating mambas and shit, and then just scroll and hear poop. You know what I'm saying? Hear garbage, like whack craft. It's not good, but there's a following, and it's just like, you know, I'm not hating. I'm not. But what I don't like and what makes it funny is when people be like, man, I hate this fucking music. I hate this. Where the real rappers at? I'm like, the real rappers been existing since the beginning of time, literally. Like, you know, it's the garbage that is being highlighted by y'all. Like your very own hatred for it is publicity for niggas. They want you to get pissed. They want you to think there's no hope. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of conscious niggas stop they shit. They like, there's no hope. What's the point of me even talking if it's not gonna be taken serious? But that's just a walk of faith for real.
So how do you maintain your relationships like in the underground rap community? Because it seems like most of your peers, or they're kind of making like the same style of music, sort of like that futuristic, Cardi, BK the Ruler, you get what I'm saying? Like how do you maintain relationships if y'all aren't making the same content?
I mean, it's up to me to maintain that.
You show up to their shows, like even if you don't like it?
I try not to do that. I'm gonna be real. And it's, a lot of people think you can't do that. Fuck that. Like, you know, they not coming to my shows for why, you know? So it's like, and it's not like a retaliation thing. I say this because it's like, I'm not gonna go to a show where I know I'm not gonna like this shit. We have to be real with ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I could be just, man, I love every song. I fucking hate a lot of songs. There's songs from my favorite artists I hate. You know that song, Bitch, I'm in the Club? By fucking Kendrick Lamar, that song fucking sucks. I will tell that to his fucking face. But I love him though. You know what I'm saying? I love his other shit. So, you know, it's cool. But like, imagine that. But it's niggas with whole catalogs of just ass. You know what I'm saying? And they screaming that in my face, I'll pass. If I have the option. If I don't have the option, I'm performing with you, I made a mistake. I shouldn't be there. So really, I just been I've been trying to do shows. I've been trying to do shows and performances and show up where I don't mind being welcomed by them. I don't feel like I have to fight for their attention or respect. And you know, on top of that, while I'm not rapping, I'm gonna be entertained. Why not make that standard for myself? You know what I'm saying? Why can't I just, you know, if niggas is gonna do 2 songs, each set, I at least gotta like the artist as being there. And I'm done going to them open mic shits where it's fucking 23 artists waiting still just to do 2 songs. And then there's like, it goes from 38 people in the building to 7, and I'm up next. Go fuck yourself. And I paid 14. No, I'm not doing that. Not doing that. And that's not me being elitist. It's just, it's not my taste, and you gotta respect your taste, man. You're the only one with your taste buds, but at the same time, there's other people with, you know, similar taste, man. So, you know, don't be afraid to be an outcast, I guess.
What inspires your fashion sense?
I don't know. I really don't know. I watch a lot of movies, you know. I watch a lot of movies and shit. I don't know. I'll be like, man, that's a dope look. You know what I'm saying? I'll see a lot of clothes. They feel good to you, and you know, you need those clothes that they emphasize your greatness. You know, a lot of people will wear some things that I wouldn't wear, but I'm like, you're wearing that shit better than I ever could. It probably feels good to them. Like my boy Jimmy, like I wouldn't dress like him, not because it's like nasty, it's just, it's not my vibe, you feel me? But it's fire, fits him, you know. Same with you. I wouldn't wear what you have on, but that's not knocking what you have on. It fits everything you do and your whole personality, you feel me? And really, that's about it. And I'll just throw this out there. Lenny Kravitz, he a dope dude. Fucking Slash, dope dude. And Michael Jackson, man.
Is Michael Jackson like one of your favorite artists?
Hell yeah, bro. He's like number 0. He's number 0. You can't, under who? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, under who and better than who? You know what I'm saying? You can't even say he's better than somebody because he existed before all of them. Damn near. And not only existed, fucking bro was like 5 years old, winning hearts. So it's like, you know, Michael Jackson is one of those very few, and I mean very few, like 0.7% of the planet's existence, where like they couldn't make a bad song if they tried. They might make a song you don't really rock with or you're not gonna put on repeat, but there's not really a Michael Jackson song like, yeah, this just ass, turn this off, skip. Yeah. His voice is beautiful. It's fantastic. It's not his real voice, but it's fucking beautiful. You know what I'm saying? The niggas can't pull that off. And then it's like, even when he's not singing, let's say you watching Mike with the fucking sound off, like a dweeb, right? Because that's what people do nowadays, right? They watch videos with the sound off, so you have to have subtitles. If you just have the sound off, you watch this nigga dance and it looks amazing. And then like, even just his appearance is like, he cares about his appearance. Every appearance is like, it's grand, and it's like, you got bitches fucking fainting, bro. You know what I'm saying? How could you not want to figure out what that frequency is? And I think that's what it was for me as a kid. It was like, you know, I never made people faint off of just taking a deep breath and just staring at people left to right, you know what I'm saying? And it's like the biggest curiosity, man. Like when you see sex for the first time, you're like, I want to know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like I was gonna lose my virginity before I figure out how the fuck to get a bitch to faint or do some other shit. So I always held Michael in that like super high regard. Now like the shit with the kids, I'm gonna be real, it's none of my business. But my only opinion on that is everyone involved is a sick bastard. Like everyone, even the parents and the kids are sick bastards. And that's probably like my one unpopular opinion. Like I don't really have like victims to blame. I'm just like, I think everybody in this situation is kind of weird.
How do you feel about R. Kelly?
Same thing, bro. I think they weird, bro. Cause what people fail to realize is, y'all gonna hate me for this, but shorties that be getting pissed on, fucking locked up or handcuffed to the bed, they be bumping his music right after.
You read that in the court record?
No, fuck reading it. It's evident. When he was in court for that tape, it was pissed on. I can't, when I see shit like that, I'm like, I don't know who the victim is. Y'all wanted that. So it's like, am I to be mad at R. Kelly only? No. I'm mad at R. Kelly because he's a grown fucking man and he took advantage of little girls. He knew better. You know, he needs to take accountability and responsibility. He knew what he was doing. He might be a little retarded, a little illiterate, that's cool, but like, it's not an excuse to do that. The fuck you doing at the playground? There's little girls there. Do a show, pick up a fucking adult. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have the power to have an adult. So when you have kids, that's when it's a problem with me. My thing is, I've been around 15, 14-year-old girls when I was growing up, and I'm like, they were harlots, bro, early. They were nasty. They wanted weird things from grown people. So it's like, I can't really like act like these, you know, they were just angels just grabbed from a box, you know what I'm saying? They, you know, as much as they couldn't really make a smart decision, they made a decision, you know what I'm saying? And once they found out that you could get money from someone else's career or publicity from someone else's career, that's when they started like making it a big ass fucking deal. And one shorty that I remember, because I seen the fucking Surviving R. Kelly bullshit, right? That one shorty, I'm not gonna call her a bitch because I'm better than that, right? One shorty, she was the one handcuffed to the bed. She was the wife, one of the wives that had like the kid and shit. And she was talking about how R. Kelly wasn't there for the kid and shit. All horror stories. Shit that would make you want to slap R. Kelly if you seen him, like spot on. As soon as that shit aired, like it dropped, bro, she went right back on what, Facebook Live or IG Live, bumping R. Kelly, smiling. I still bump his music. Collecting likes. So when there's people like her and then the people that are liking this shit, I don't fucking feel bad for y'all. Y'all are enjoying this. You're enjoying this. R. Kelly had what was coming to him. That is illegal. And the whole shit with Aaliyah, that's the one thing I'm like, okay, you're fucking sick. But like, I mean, not the one thing I think you're fucking sick. I think he's sick, period. Like, but them hoes are sick too. There's a lot of options out in this world. You really need R. Kelly to piss on your face to feel validated. Like, come on, like, you knew what was coming.
So how do you feel about Kanye's severed partnerships with Gap, Balenciaga?
Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. If I'm getting endorsed and the people that endorse me don't like the truth or don't respect the truth or can't defend me on the truth part, I have no reason to deal with them. That's devil's work right there. I'm being endorsed by demons. You want me to lie or you want me to keep a straight face while I'm getting like fucked by whoever the fuck? Like, go fuck yourself. That's what they want fucking rape victims to do. Like, they want like, it's the same, it's not the same thing, but it's the same like merit of like, you know, hey, I'm finally speaking out about it. Don't pull the whole like, why didn't you talk about it when it happened? Fuck you. It's hard to do. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to talk. It's hard to do. But when you finally do it, you get so much backlash. And it's like, what am I getting backlash for? Why me? If I'm getting fucked over. If anything, you should be having my back, nigga. They gonna do the same shit to you. While you chucking a job and this shit, being a house slave, like, or working your way to be a house slave, you still gonna be a slave, dickhead. You know what I'm saying? You still liable to get switched off to whatever the fuck that was going on back there. Y'all know, like, you know. And I'm mad at black people, bro. I'm mad at everybody, bro. Cause I remember one week it was fuck Kanye. Remember that shit? After that Drink Champ shit, it was fuck Kanye. This week I'm hearing, you know, Kanye was slick right. And these is the same IG accounts that I've seen hating on the nigga.
Yeah.
That's why I hate black people, man. Like I hate people, man. I hate people. Like I hate people. Like I love them, but I hate them. Like I hate how it's very flip floppy, and they don't realize how much fucking damage that does to a person. Like they think just because Kanye got money, this and that. Like What the fuck you think? You think Kanye really wakes up and just says, I'm about to piss folks off today? No. Y'all be driving him to that. Because it's the same nigga that said they won't let me see my kids. Silence. Silence about that. Soon as he says, hey, the Jews, just like we've said, just like y'all made conspiracy theories about, and which is super stupid, everyone that has some shit to say about Kanye made like conspiracy theorists fucking IG stories at one point. Big ass fucking long ass fucking stories that click, like too long, the fuck you just skip through. Like, them same niggas had some shit to say. Now it's like, oh, you can't say shit about the Jews, it's anti-Semitic. Like, go fuck yourself, man. And he's not the only one who's done that shit. So, yeah. That's my thoughts on that. And on top of the fact, it's like all them woke niggas, bro. I can't fucking stand them Hotep niggas. I can't stand them, bro. They don't know who the fuck the like, the black dude or the truth. You know what I'm saying?
So why do you think that the Kanye doesn't have like an agreeable consensus from the public?
Because it's hard. It's hard to be with the truth, bro. It's like nowadays, you can say the truth, but it just feels like you got a gun to your head, bro. That's how it feels. But Kanye's like the one dude who's like, I slick wanna die, so if you're gonna kill me, I'm about to get this off. And that's a dangerous place to be. And everyone's scared of that. So a lot of people's concern is for Kanye's health, period. They're like, he needs help. I'm like, yeah, sure. But like, nigga, you need help. We all need help. Kanye needs help, not in retracting his statements, but he needs help as in support and solidarity. He needs help saying the same shit he's saying, so that he's not the only one saying it. So that, you know, think of it like this. Everyone needs a fucking cosign, right? I wasn't shit till someone said, hey, this dude's actually raps good. I've been rapping good my whole life, but when someone said I rap good in 2019, all of a sudden I rap good now, as if I ain't been rapping since I was 10 years old, or making music since 2016. You know what I'm saying? So all Kanye needs is someone to be like, like someone that's like of the same caliber and clout to be like, yeah, Kanye's not really tripping, y'all should listen. And then that multiplies, you know, it spreads like a virus. Right now they look at Kanye as like Ebola, like a virus. It's just like they don't want his ideas or his thought process to spread amongst the youth. But what the world doesn't know is Kanye only listens to the youth. You mad at Kanye but not the kids.
And so what can you do as or what are you going to do as an artist to sort of like stay away from that public castration? Or do you think it's possible to like be outspoken and to not be?
Ain't no running from it. It's like, it's no running from it if your goal is to keep pushing and doing what you're doing. My best way to run from it is for me to quit rapping today.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be real, that's not about to happen. So if it's like they could shadow ban me all day, they could go and cut all my music off. I still got it on my laptop, still got it someplace elsewhere, and I'm still me. I'm still the dude who said those raps, and the people that heard me before, and they're gonna want to hear more. The message never dies, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you can kill the messenger all day, bro. You can kill Jesus, bro. You can kill all them niggas, bro. The scripture's still written. So it's like, you know, it's the only people that really make it out here are the people that have that faith for real. That like, look, I know this shit gonna get crazy. That's why we need to be respecting Kanye, bro. Cause he the only one with the fucking ball sack, you know, to be willing to die for this shit. Nobody is willing to die for this shit. Even the people that have died for this shit. You know what I'm saying? And like Pac was a big example of that. You know, everybody wants to stand up nigga until the stand up nigga says, hey, it ain't all what it's cracked up to be a stand up nigga. It comes with this. You know what I'm saying? And Pac was telling us his death a long time ago. That's what you do with it, man. A lot of people kill themselves before they get there because they know what's up. They're like, I'm cool. Y'all can play this game. I'm not, you know. Yeah. And I used to be that dude. I wasn't gonna kill myself about it, but I was just like, man, I'm not trying to hop into that world if I already know it's not even turmoil. It's just like it's end. You know what I'm saying? It's a dead end. but fuck it. Just start flying. Levitate to your destination, man. Fuck it. Make it work, nigga. Like, spawn a helicopter. Get a cheat code under your belt. You know what I'm saying? Hit the phone book. You know what I'm saying? Anything's possible, man.
What's been the most memorable moment of your career so far?
Man, the first time nah, I'd have to say, like, the biggest moment would be, like, when I battled somebody. Like, that was epic. Like, it's a weird space to be. It's like, you know how in music, it's the one place where you can be non-existent. You can just kind of, anything in this world is mine, you know what I'm saying? If in 16 bars I say I got a broomstick in my left hand, scythe in the right, titties by my right kneecap, that's life. That is what happened. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's the reality we in. But when you battling, it's like everyone's looking, everyone feels, hears, sees, and it's a story that's not being told. So you tell it. People look at the exchange. It's a before and after. It's like battle rap is one moment where you're really watching history be made, because nobody's lives are the same after a battle, even if you don't watch it or hear about it. You know what I'm saying? All you're gonna do is figure out a whole line of events that happened that you didn't know about, but everything that's in front of you is because of that moment that you didn't know about. Yeah, and that's really life for real. So I'd say, like, the first time when I battled, like on the actual stage with like 100+ people or whatever, I didn't like the arena, me personally. You know, if I had to, like, on some on like gladiator's choice type shit. And that's why I also didn't like it. It felt like an exhibition. It felt like a sacrifice, you know, on some either me or him. But everybody knew it was going to be him. He knew he was dying. I told him he was dying, and it had nothing to do with him. You know, I was going through some rough shit during that battle. Like, my fucking aunt died, you know, like a week. No, the funeral was a week before that battle. So I called him like 2 days before that, after a whole bunch of business bullshit was on my mind too, because they did me filthy on the business, you know. And I'm not even gonna get into that on camera, but, you know, I was calling him. I said, look, dude, it's like, you know, ready, all this, hope you're ready. He telling me, man, I got some shit for you. I'm about to, you know, it's gonna be a classic. And I'm like, oh. You know, niggas think it's gonna be a back and forth. And I was just like, I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm gonna be hitting you with some shit that got nothing to do with you. And not like the content, but like everything that comes with it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get my raps off, like, yeah, whatever, you know, that's baseline. But like the extra fucking wave of just like knives and fucking, you know, hellfire, like that wasn't, it wasn't like, it wasn't personal, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of angst to get off, you know. But that was one of the first moments where right after a performance, I got pussy, man. So like, I never got pussy off the music. It was always some like fucking other dumb schematic or whatever. Just like courage and luck and courage. But like, literally right after that, DMs was hit, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm not gonna get into that, but like, if I had to really put like a fire moment, or like the first time we did a show, like the first the few 380 shows we did, like, those are great fucking moments of my life. Like, I'll never take that away, bro. I fucking suplexed somebody, bro, mid-set. I fucking put a hole through a wall. I broke a locker, threw a chair, swung a shovel. Like, nigga, I've done a whole bunch of shit, like, during shows, and that's been my favorite, like, high from all this shit. Yeah.
For someone watching this who aspires to do what you do, what advice would you give them?
Have a purpose, man. Don't be out here just fucking useless. Like life itself is meaningless. You know, life is meaningless. I hate to break it to you. It is, bro. If I wanted to, if it was my purpose, if I put meaning to doing it, everyone in this room would die. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted it to be that way. But I love everybody. I have no reason to do that. It's not my purpose, you know. But there's somebody with a purpose, like, we gotta kill, what's your name, Wesley? It's like, yo, we gotta kill Wesley. Anyone in there gotta die too. That could be the fucking plan, bro. That could just be the fucking plan, and we just end that shit. So like, whatever you give life meaning to, man, if you gonna do it with the rap shit, make sure your purpose is rap. Because what's gonna happen is the world is gonna know what you are by the first 2 words that come out your mouth, right? So if you coming out here like me, right? I came out here to rap because I love the craft. As soon as they find that out, they will throw a whole bunch of shit at you. And I say they because the whole world is in on it. You know, they call it God, but I just say they, right? The whole world is in on it. The universe is gonna throw some shit at you, bro. And I want you to look at it that way, because if you don't look at it that way, you're gonna take everything personal and then it will fuck you up. But if you just look at it as like just some obstacles, bro, and just jump over that shit, you know, jump through the hole in the wall. Don't ask why the hole looks like this, nigga. Just fucking figure it out, jump through it, or bust through it, or fucking quit. It's up to you. You know, find your meaning in that shit. If you want the 10,000, get the fucking 10,000. But if your goal is to be on that show just to show your ass, then show your ass. Don't expect the 10,000. You feel me? And my thing to tell people is just, if your goal is to rap, or like, you know, if you trying to be like me, I was trying to be the greatest fucking rapper ever, and not the greatest artist, not like the most popular, I'm trying to say, like, when people bring up my name, they can't say I'm better than them. I mean, they can't say they're better than me, or they can't say I'm worse than anybody. And I'm doing pretty good on that, but it's just on the global scale. And that's up to me to care about. Prime example. So just fucking do what you want to do, but make sure it's what you want to do. And anything that's coming at you and it's not what you want to do, it's a distraction. Like, look at it that way. It is a flat out distraction, bro.